Back to Beccas by the Bay. I figured I'd just do a few videos today since I'm making her anyway, and people want to know what the heck I eat now because I'm not a raw vegan, right? I mean, I'm not doing smoothies, I'm not doing the fruit bowls and things like that. I'm eating more of a paleo mixed metabolic diet, and we have been gluten-free for a really long time anyway. So, this is a really good homesteady meal. So we've got our hamburgers, you can have ground beef, or this actually says to do like a pound of beef, a half a pound of pork, and a half a pound of veal. So about 2 pounds of some kind of ground beef. This is all beef. And it says about a quarter cup of finely chopped onion. So I took like a red onion that we have, and probably like a good inch or whatever, probably more than a quarter cup, but that's okay. We like onion. And I'm just going to dice it up really fine. And our kitchen setup is really too small to be kind of doing any kind of video in. I keep trying to do it, and there's just not enough lighting, so we're doing it at our Homestead table here. You can see what I'm doing is you can like go like this, get like one of these big, I don't even know what kind of knife this is, but it works pretty good to kind of chop everything up small. You know, when onion. So I don't feel like making chili. Sometimes we make chili on cool evenings and things like that, or like a spaghetti sauce. But this will work good too. It's a nice meatloaf, and a lot of people are like, okay, how do you do it gluten-free? Because you either buy gluten-free bread, which is expensive, or some kind of, people usually use, I think, those Italian breadcrumbs and stuff like that. So I'll show you what we use. Just want this a little bit finer. It doesn't have to look perfect. It just has to taste good. Get in your kitchen and start chopping up some stuff. Okay, so, and this is like 3 or 4 stalks of celery. So that is all going into our bowl. And I totally love these from Pampered Chef. It's easy to get it into the bowl. Okay. I'm going to go rinse my hands real quick. This is the onions. Woo. Woo. I'm going to try not to cry. I'm going to try really hard not to cry. Okay, so it says 2 tablespoons of finely chopped celery. We like lots of celery. 2 teaspoons of salt. We don't like a ton of salt, so I usually do about a teaspoon. I don't even want to measure, but that's good. Quarter teaspoon of pepper. I'm allergic to black pepper, so I'm going to throw about 1/8 of red pepper and about 1/8 of, if there's any in there. This is the white pepper. I get some more. Okay. Let's see. It says sage, but I'm staying away from sage because apparently it can be, it's not good for seizures, and I have a seizure disorder, so I'm staying away from sage. We've got turmeric. It's not in my recipe, but I kind of throw it in everything because it helps with inflammation and pain. So I just kind of sprinkle that in there. Poultry seasoning. Got poultry seasoning here. It says 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to do more like a half a teaspoon of that. There shouldn't be any sage in this. There is. Oh well. Well, I'm going to have to make my own next time. This is thyme, sage, marjoram, rosemary, has some black pepper and nutmeg. Okay, so, well, I'm not deathly allergic to black pepper, but it does cause some issues on my tongue and things like that. That had thyme in it. I'm going to add a little bit more thyme because I really like thyme. That's probably about a half a teaspoon. And it says dry mustard, a quarter teaspoon. It makes it taste really good, so I'm going to do more like a half a teaspoon. Okay. So that's all the seasonings. It does say Worcestershire sauce, but that has soy in it. Soy doesn't work good for us. We don't do soy. This is what we use instead. This is a red boat fish sauce. Chef's grade 40 degrees north or something like that, I think it says. 100% pure, first pressed extra virgin. And my label's kind of coming off. It's made in Vietnam. And so it's anchovy, sea salt, and that's it. No preservatives. And Worcestershire sauce, if you have it, it's supposed to be a tablespoon, and I don't have a whole lot of this. This is pretty potent. You don't ever really want to put more than a quarter teaspoon to a half teaspoon for like a really large recipe. So that was probably about a quarter teaspoon. Okay. And then it says 4 slices of bread. This is our gluten-free bread that I make at the Homestead. It's available as an instant download recipe on my Etsy shop called Beccas By The Bay. So that's Beccas, no apostrophe. Beccas By The Bay. And this is a millet and almond flour bread. And it's been, I baked it yesterday, and I'm crumbling it up now, but it holds together really good, and I usually will slice it and toast it up for different meals and stuff like that. So I'm going to put, it said 4 slices, I'm going to put at least 2 of these little buns in there. And this is my, like, breadcrumbs. So this is how we do gluten-free. We are blood type B. So if you follow the Eat Right for Your Blood type, millet is actually a neutral gluten-free seed flour for all blood types. And then depending on whether you can have almond flour or not, there's substitutions in the recipe on Etsy that I've used several different versions of making this with different flours that come out just perfectly fine. So if you can't have almond, don't worry about it. There's substitutions, and you guys can always email me, message me, and I can work with you on that. So it says to do 2 eggs. These are 3 free-range eggs. We like it extra proteiny, extra eggy. So 1, 2, and 3. It says to beat them up. All you need is a fork. You don't want the shell, no eggshell. And it's super easy to whisk. If you don't have, you can just make this circular motion like this. And in goes the egg. Ready? Put this over here. And then lastly, it says to put 1 cup of milk. You can use almond milk. You can use whatever plant-based milk if you want a plant-based lactose-free milk. We are using Organic Valley grass-fed organic milk today. We get that from Naturals Grocer. I'm just going to pour, that's about a cup. If you count to 4, that's about a cup. So that's how I'm measuring that today. And then that is it for that. We're just going to get mixing. Get in there and just start squishing it all around. I'm making Homestead meatloaf. Yes, you have to squish it because if you don't, it doesn't give you the right texture when you want your meatloaf. You'll have chunks in it. You want it mixed thoroughly. You want all that flavor mixed in. Lots of mixing going on. The red onion is a little bit easier to slice and not get so teared up over. The white ones really make me cry. So try a red onion once in a while. This is supposed to make, by the way, 2 meatloaves or like a really big casserole dish for a large family. I'm just going to mix all this up and cook one up tonight. We'll eat one fresh, and then this will be covered in the fridge, and I'll cook up another one for dinner tomorrow. And that way I won't have to worry about fixing dinner 2 days in a row. But this is super easy. Almost fully mixed. And then I'll show you what I do for the topping. You can just bake it just like this if you want to. Or, let's see, it says bake it at 350 for 50 to 60 minutes. I think about 50 minutes is usually when it's done for us here. You could put these in a muffin tin and make like little muffin, small individual meatloaves for everybody. That's a good idea. But if you want to maybe slice it and make meatloaf sandwiches or something like that, you can do that. Alrighty, so I'm gonna take my silicone mold, one that we don't use for soap. This one's for food, and I just fill it like halfway. You know, like half the batter. I just fill this up. Doesn't have to be pretty. Meat pie, a meatloaf. Okay, meatloaf. Here's our meatloaf. And then I got about half of it left for tomorrow that I'll put away. Wash my hands again. See, I think I have some here. Okay, I don't have very much left. Okay, so something I put on the top is I take chili powder, and my grandmother used to do this. She used to take the chili powder and put about a tablespoon of it in here, and she would take Caro syrup, you know, the corn syrup, gross stuff that no one wants to have anymore. You can use agave raw, or you can just use a little bit of raw Texas honey. So that's the topping. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Hold on one second. Okay, so normally you would mix this with some ketchup. They do have a ketchup that has no high fructose corn syrup at HEB. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 tomatoes, put them in the blender, and 1 clove of garlic with about 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar and blend it. And that is my ketchup. You can add dates with it, or there's already some honey in this, so I'm just going to let that be the sweetener. I will be right back. So this is what I have on hand is some organic tomatoes, 1 clove of fresh garlic, and just like a capful of apple cider vinegar with the mother is good enough. And then I'm going to scoop my honey in with my chili powder. And then I'm going to go blend it really quick, and then I will be back again. Ta-da! Instant topping. You know, my husband doesn't really care for the topping. We're topping for me. I like it like this. I know the whole nightshade thing is debatable, but I just love tomatoes and I have a hard time giving them up. So I don't give them up. I give them up sometimes and then I add them back in. So today's the day I'm adding it back in. That's it. That is our Homestead easy peasy meatloaf. This will go in the oven at 350 for about 50 minutes to an hour and come out and be perfectly done. And then we will eat this with probably some organic sour cream and some garden greens. I've got some bok choy out there, and see, all the dandelions are eaten, and the collards and the kale are still growing. So I guess we're having bok choy tonight. So we're having bok choy with this tonight for dinner. So thanks for stopping in at Beccas By The Bay. Our homestead here is just so cute. I love it. And I will try to bring more videos to you guys as I make them. I know I've been behind, and I just figured I'd smash out a couple today. And I think the soaps are going to be ready to unmold tomorrow, so I won't be doing the unmolding tonight of Seaside Escape. It still needs to set up, and I'll just do that one tomorrow and show you guys what's going on there. But hit that likes button, subscribe, share. Want to know when I'm doing another video and loading them up. Hit the notifications bell, and I hope I can bring you guys some more videos that are really cool, just simple like this. Stuff that we're eating, stuff that's easy to make, stuff that you can do on a budget if you need to just go get, you know, some meat and whatever. And, you know, trust me, my gluten-free bread is awesome. I've tried them all out there, and it's so much easier and cheaper to make it at home yourselves. That's why I'm providing it on my Etsy shop. So it's an instant download. If you have any questions, you can always message me and I'll help you out with the recipe. Working with different flours, because I've been working with the different gluten-free flours for It's like 2001 or 2002, we moved to Texas. We found out we had celiac. We went gluten free, and I've been working with the flours ever since. And there's a lot of different ones out there, and they all bring a different kind of texture and different things that you need to make it feel like a bread. Soft, warm, moist. Texture, not dry or hard and stuff like that. So I hope you guys do check it out. I hope you try it out. Message me, let me know. That'd be awesome because it's something I used to bake for people, and I just don't make it anymore for other people. I just do it just for my family, and I figured I'd try to put together a recipe book, and I haven't gotten that all compiled yet since getting my new computer. It's a lot of things to do around here, so maybe I can get to it. But in the meantime, my best recipes are up there, and I'm trying to put some more up as we go. So have a beautiful, blessed day. Thanks for hanging out, and check us out on the homestead again. We'll see you next time. Bye.